I'm CK. Today's video will be the 9th soldering iron demo video I've done, so it's officially a series. And this one comes in this little pouch. It cost $16 US on Amazon. And it's not just a soldering iron, it's got other stuff in this box or bag. So we'll see what all the goodies are, see if it's any good for $16. And I hope you enjoy the video. Got a nice little pouch here. Let me open it up. I have not opened it up yet, because where would be the fun in that? Good enough zipper. Flip it open. Okay, so here's what we've got for $16. I'm going to have to back the top camera off a little bit. We've got the soldering iron itself. I'm going to pull these things out as I talk about them. That feels very, very, very light, and they twisted the twist tie the wrong way. Always drives me crazy. I'm looking at the wiring on the or labeling on the cable. Doesn't say anything particular. Feels very light. It's got a little temperature dial, an analog dial here, only in centigrade. 110 volts, 60 watts. Oh, that's no good. I'm sorry, I was about to... Oh, God, that's hard. I'm gonna take the... What the heck are you doing there, Twizzlers? Take the shroud off so I can see how easy it might be to change these tips. Oh, man. See, this tip is really sloppy around the ceramic heating core, which means it's not making contact completely, or even partial, more than halfway, I think, and that reduces the heat transfer from the ceramic element to the soldering tip itself. So you're going to have to check on any particular heating you want to get. Then we got a meter in here. Again, this little box or package of stuff only cost $16. And we got a meter. It's got instructions. I shouldn't read the instructions. It should have a battery for the ohm meter section, but I don't know where it would be. I'm going to have to grab the instructions again. Is it here? It's a little... Do I have to take the... I guess I have to take the protective drop protection thing off. Okay. See what it takes. It takes one 9-volt battery. Let me get one of my rechargeable batteries. I'll be right back. Oh, by the way, while I'm looking through the rest of this stuff, I'm going to plug the soldering iron in so it heats up. One thing's for sure is the cord is pretty short, but we'll let that heat up over there, see if it catches fire behind my back. We'll put the battery in. See if we can fit it back in the case. The case does not want to fit the battery in it. It won't. Okay, I'm struggling to get the battery back in the meter. There we go. That went back in. So that's that. I'm not going to put that back on because I don't care right now. This is the probes. These are not cat anything. You know, it's interesting, the illustration on Amazon's product page shows somebody plugging this into a wall outlet and getting 220 volts. Me, I'm not plugging these leads into any voltage that I particularly care about. I do not trust it. But go ahead and give it a quick little try. Does it come with any tips or any grippies? Doesn't come with any grippies. Oh well. So I'll take my reference voltage. So just so you can see, I turn this on and I put the fluke on it. It should be 10 volts. That's my reference. And it is exactly 10 volts. So let's see what this little fella thinks. So put it at the 20, that's a nice display. Put it at the 20 volt range. And this shows nothing. I mean, I got it set on volts DC. Hey guys, I'm not getting anything here. Turn the backlight on, backlight off. Hold, take hold out. So it acts like it should be doing something, but it's not doing anything. Go up to 600 volts. Why is it doing that? No, I'm not getting any voltage. Let me try the ammeter side of things. Let me see if I got a resistor hanging around somewhere. I'm sure I do. Take the... Now you'll notice it, of course, is not auto-ranging. So it's very old school. Let's see what this is. This is 100K? Oh no, that's 0.97 ohms. So we'll go down to 2K range to see if we come up with anything good on that. Oh, that's pretty good, 9.7. I'm fine with that. That's well within tolerance. So that's not bad. I am concerned about the voltage. Again, let me double check my reference source here. Yeah, it's still cranking out 10 volts. I'm going to do this reverse. Oh, it's now it's showing 10 volts. It's actually showing 10.13. Which is too high because this is a dead-on reference voltage. That's why I have it. But it's serviceable. 0.5 variance, 0.15 variance is pretty much nothing. Now, obviously, it doesn't auto turn off. Let me see if it's got capacitance. It shows capacitance here. Let me get a... This is a 104, so that's 100 nano. See if this does anything. See if I can get the probes in the right place. I'm not getting any capacitance. Go down. No. That's the only place it shows capacitance. I'm not getting it. Okay. And then diodes down here and continuity. Let's see if it does continuity. Should beep. Yep, it beeps. And little red light. That's good. Okay. So it's not great, but if you got absolutely nothing else, for $16 with all the rest of this stuff, that's pretty good. Let me turn off my voltage reference just so I don't drain the battery and put it away. See what else we got in here. We got some solder wick, which is fine. Some shrink wrap. A solder sucker, one of the cheapies. Let me see if I'm pulling suction. Yeah, it pulled a little suction. Watch the handle, the push rod here. Doesn't go all the way out. When I take my finger off, it pops the rest of the way out. So it's got good suction. This is a inductance meter. to let you see if there's power running through a line. And I'll take the so I can't get that thing to work, and there's no manual for it, and you can't get this open. There's no battery involved. I mean, if I could pry it open, but I'm not going to do that. Oh wait, I was wrong. 2 AA's, which I have right here. Oops. God, they want to pop right back up, don't they? That's not great. Let me get this solder sucker out of my hand. It's a little bit of a problem. You got to hold the batteries down so they don't spring up on you. Okay, so there we go. Now it should show uninduced current. Yep. See? Worked twice. There we go. So yeah, that works. That tells you whether an AC line is hot or not. Nothing wrong with that. Let me pull these batteries back out so I don't forget they're in there and wonder where my batteries went. So that's okay. Got some more soldering tips, including a very fine one, which I like. That's good. Here is I guess this is probably flux. I'm going to assume that's flux. That's handy. Some crappy solder. Then we've got a little solder stand you can put together. But I don't care about that. But you can see it's there. And that's nice. And then we've got some wire strippers, wire cutters. A little proto board to play with. That's cool. And here we've got some red wire and some black wire. I don't know why, just to play with. Some tweezers that mate very well. That's a nice little set. They're painted black like ESD tweezers, but they are not labeled as such. 1 little screwdriver, 2 little screwdrivers. Well, that's all pretty handy. So again, at 16 bucks for all this stuff, it's not bad. Now, let's see what the soldering iron does when we're actually putting it to use soldering. Let me grab this board I've been using as a test board. Get another LED out. And we'll put it over here. And I've got the meter on this is set to about 340 degrees Celsius, which should be fine for soldering. This is very light. Again, I don't know whether it's flimsy light or designed light. And there you go. Worked just fine. So now we'll try our little solder sucker, even though this isn't the one I use. I use the very excellent one that I've got a video on. I'll put a link below. See what this does. That did okay for the thing moving under it because I'm being a klutz. Oh no, that sucked the solder out very well. Yeah, that's okay. Let me try this other side again just to make sure I can pull this all the way out, and I'll do it right this time. No, I didn't get it all the way out. Though I will say, the tip here, oh man, did you, I don't know if you could see that or hear that. The soldering iron moves because it's so sloppy around the ceramic core. So the tip moves. That's not great. But this is fine. And I'm going to do my traditional, what if I set the soldering down on the power cord? What happens? Well, in this case it melts. So you have to be very careful about that. So that's all the bits and pieces. except for the meter being a little flaky, and I don't know whether that was my fault or the meter's fault, but you saw what I was doing. I wasn't doing anything unusual. Worked fine for resistance, it just wasn't working very well for voltage. But other than that, this thing looks, for 16 bucks, if that's what you can afford, go get it. I don't think you're going to hurt yourself with any of these. In other words, they're not flimsy or suspect enough to cause damage to any project. So I think it's a great little thing. And I hope you enjoyed the video.